All right, cool. Sorry about that. It said I had a live stream, and then when I was looking at it, there was nothing there. Like the stream was there, but there was nothing on the live control panel. So I'm good now, I guess. So I hope everybody's doing good. It is a Saturday night, so I think the kind of people that will be in here will be probably the huge. And I'm just gonna say what up in the chat. I can't see it very good. It's not. I mean, it's a big screen, but it's not. Actually, you know what? I think I do have it on here. All right, what up, LC? I see you in there, bro. So, it has been pretty productive last few days. So I've been replacing all of the internet cables. Looks like I'm a little bit blurry. I guess that's good enough. So I've been replacing. I guess I can just go to the beginning. So like, I tested my internet connection, and I was paying for 100 megabytes per second download, and upload I was paying for it. So I had 110. So 100 download, 10 megabytes per second upload. And my streams are normally somewhere around like 6.3 megabytes per second. So I was getting some signal loss here and there. And I wanted to upgrade it to something, but I didn't know what I needed to do. So I called the cable company, and they said that I was on like one of the lowest packages they offered. So they came out and they put like a huge amount of internet. So I'm at 1,000, a gig. I'm at a gig, and for download, but it's not quite a gig. It's like, it turns out to be like 880. And then I got 40 megabytes per second upload, and the upload is the important one for live streaming. So I didn't even have enough to begin with, and now I've got a little extra. So this is the first public live stream with the new internet. So I'm hoping that the sound quality is good, the video looks okay, I don't have any more dropouts or signal loss, because I got this new computer coming. So it should be here this week. They started building it last week, and it's going to take up, a lot of CPU. All these streaming and programs and music and all that stuff takes up so much CPU that I really wanted to hit it hard with some really good processor, RAM combo, So what I ended up getting was an i9 9900K processor, and I went with 32 gigabytes of RAM. So the first drive is a 256 SSD 970 Evo from Samsung. The second drive is 1 terabyte SSD. Same thing, the 970 Evo. And then the third drive is a terabyte hard drive, a 2 terabyte hard drive. So, and the reason why I went with a 1 terabyte SSD was because it was actually the same price as a 480 Crucial. Excuse me. So it didn't make much sense. but to do anything else. So I can actually upgrade the RAM more. I don't think I'm going to need to. I actually put a graphics card. Not a graphics card, a capture card, because this switcher can do 1080p, but at 30 frames per second. So this camera and then my 7 Black can do much higher resolution than that. The 7 Black can actually do 4K or 2100 or whatever it is, and 1400. My 80D can do 1080p at 60 frames per second. So I got a capture card that will do 1080p at 60 frames per second. What's cool about that is that this hardware switcher runs off of USB 3.0. And so you got to have it plugged into the computer if you want to cast it to the internet. So if you just want to record stuff onto a computer or whatever, then you don't need the USB. You can just have a capture card because it's got a through port in the back. It's got a monitor. It's got 3 HDMIs that could be plugged into a capture card. It's got the through port, the monitor, and the main. So I may be able to run this into the capture card and get higher resolution on my live streams, but I'll probably just use as an extra HDMI input. So I could put like, something else, maybe a laptop input or something into the capture card. It'd just give me a little bit more, what do you want to call them, like angles or whatever. So what I finally have completed on my Push is the template that I've been putting together. And even up until today, I was still changing things and tweaking things, but I think I'm pretty much set. And then on the iPad in the back, where am I? Right there. I'm running Touchable, which is a wireless, basically it's like a push for the iPad. And yeah, so it kind of looks like a gas chamber in here. I mean, I've been in a gas chamber. I was in the Army, so I've been through the gas chamber, and it just makes so much sense. This is now the gas chamber. But what else do I have going on here? Oh, I got a session here. Got an Ableton session here. And I just kind of want to do some tests. I want to mess around. I got some different sounds loaded up. One on the Deluge, one on the Rev 2, and then I actually have my Mini Nova set up with my vocoder, and the Sledge has got a pretty nasty patch on it. So, this is what I've been wanting to do, is to be able to have multiple things going. The Force is right now is synced through Hardwire, because Link is great, but not if you're using beat repeats and stuff like that. You can't use the Ableton Link works great, except for if you're doing something in time like beat repeats, then it screws everything up. So I hardwire it. At times the X is the master. At times Ableton is the master, controlling everything. So I can actually start and stop the entire project with the first looper. So there's 9 loopers in here, and then let's see, yeah, there's 9 loopers. First one's called Set Game, so this one just basically sets the game. And then I just got them in colors so that I can kind of keep them organized. I'm gonna have this template up for grabs soon. I'm just gonna put it in the description and let people try it out, because it gives you a little bit more of an organic feel with like just making music, and you can also track it at the same time you're doing your looping, so it can be recorded in a linear format. But for me, I'm just messing around with it. Oh, let me just say, hey, Mr. B, what's up, buddy? And okay, yeah, it does take a long time to rewire stuff, but for one, it's like part of it's for me. It's I literally dream of wires. I mean, you can go on Netflix. There's an amazing documentary called "I Dream of Wires," and it just totally like explains me to a T. So I don't mind routing stuff, setting up stuff. It's kind of it's kind of fun for me. But once you're done, then it's good to be getting on with things. Um, okay, and yeah. So I'm gonna just punch something in and okay, I'm gonna erase these loops. I had done a little practice to make sure that everything was working okay. So I'm just clearing them all. Let me make sure they're all cleared. Yep, we're good. All right.
Hello. Whoa. Okay. Well, I can hear it in here. Let me try that again.
That's right. Yeah. So the template's working good. That's definitely good news. And the cool part about the template is that all that right there all goes away just with a couple presses of the key. That's it. Now I'm ready to go again. And I didn't record any of that. So whatever I got on video is all I got. You know what? Hey, I guess if you're not there, it's like a tree falling. Did Will make music? I don't know. I didn't hear it. Probably didn't happen then. So if you're here, hey, maybe you get to let it at least go in one ear and out the other, but that's it. Poof, it's gone. Which is fine for me because this is therapy for me. This is therapy for me. Like, this is how I spend my time. This is my free time. This is my hobby. This is everything I love to do. Man, I got a lot of, definitely got a lot of money tied up in it, but it is I mean, listen, if somebody had a bunch of cash and said, look, I'll pay you just to be creative, you just give me your sounds, give me whatever you want to give me, and I'll pay you this amount, weekly, monthly, whatever. Then I can just keep doing what I do anyway, and that's fine. But what I'm more interested in is creating a community in which the people that are part of the community are people that don't have one, people that don't find a place somewhere. And that's, important to me. So, I started something a while back, and it kind of got derailed. But it's not derailed anymore. So it's a slight change in plans, but this rat bag community is going to keep moving forward. And slightly different because it used to have an S on the end. So it used to be rat bags. But you know what? Now it's rat bag because the rat bag community will be the community where all these little rat bags that don't have anywhere to go can come and be a part of community where they can feel like they can ask questions and that somebody will actually hit them back if they need help with something. There's nothing worse than somebody telling you they can help you with something and then either they don't make it a priority or they just forget or they have technical issues or whatever. But it's just one of those things where you're new to something or you don't even want to ask for help. And then when you do ask for something, then you're kind of like, put in a spot where you're like waiting on people. And I don't charge for my time. Like, I don't charge for any insights that I have. Excuse me, Jesus. But I'm not saying that, if things get too busy, I may have to prioritize my time. But listen, I'm just some goober that lives in the north. So I doubt anybody even gives a shit anyway. So it's just me and whatever little cronies I can gather up, and we'll just freaking punch right through this thing. I don't even care. So let me take a look and see if there's anything in here I can help with or anybody. Oh, okay, Mr. B. Yes. Yep, it is. And yeah, you're right, man. Beats heal. Beats heal. You couldn't have said it any better. So this is just and actually, Mr. B, I saw something popped up on my phone today that you did. So I'm going to have to get onto that as soon as I can. But this is something I've been working all weekend. Well, actually, I'd say about 3 or 4 days. I've been just like going through everything. Like I had wires plugged into wires that didn't need to be, and I was getting signal loss everywhere. So I am like super tightened up right now, and I'm excited. I got a whole freaking check this out. How am I gonna? Yep. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna turn up my mic a little so I can stand up. Oh, I'll turn this light on. All right. Where am I? I'm over here. All right, cool. See if I can turn this a little so I can see what I'm turning to. Oh, am I gonna get it? What do we got over here? Yeah, all right. You can kind of see what I'm going over here. All right. All those wires. Jeez. So I had wires hanging up before, but I have been like on a tear getting this place straightened up just so that I can feel good about all the wiring and just how everything is looking and stuff like that. So it's pretty exciting for me to kind of be at a place right now where I actually can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, I gotta turn that a little bit. But yeah, so there's still gonna be stuff to troubleshoot here and there, especially with the new computer, but I can't wait to like do it right this time because I can't tell you how many times I have like said to myself, all right, I'm gonna install everything right on the computer this time. And then I don't know where I put this program, and then I put VST folder into another program, and I don't have a lot of VSTs, but the ones I do have are important. Like the Mini Nova has a VST editor, so I have no idea where I put stuff. And this time I'm gonna do it right, and this computer is gonna last me a while, I hope. So it should be good. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and let me see how long this has gone here. Yeah, so okay. All right, 30 minutes. All right, that's cool. I'm gonna do one more little session, and I'm gonna be out.
Is this thing still on?
everybody for being here. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. Wait till I get this new computer. You guys, wait till I can process more. Wait till I can put a reverb on this. Right now, I'm at 7%, but the problem is that when I add more stuff, it's like exponential. And, you know, if you put a reverb on it, it may go up 5%. But if I put 2 on it, it goes up 20%. So this is not cut out for a lot of live looping type stuff. But this computer is on its way out of the game, at least on this side of the game. I'll probably keep it just to do, you know, I don't know, other stuff. But yeah, that new computer, I'm gonna be able to, I'll be able to put racks of effects on there. Look, it's doing something right now. It just did something. It might be shutting off on me right now, actually. But that's cool. I don't even care now. I got a little test in. I got a little practice with this template. So yeah, I'm all right with it. And yeah, it's getting late, and that's about it. So yeah, damn CPU. But if you get the right one, then I might not need one for a long time. You know, who knows? But I'm hoping I can get away with not buying another computer for a long time. I've always tried to fix my problems with Walmart specials, and yeah, that doesn't usually cut it. But not this time. This time I'm spending the money I need to spend to get what I need. So it's cool. I'm excited about it. And I can do real time. That mixer will take 32 simultaneous recordings, 32 input recordings. So all through USB. So multi-track plus a stream plus an Ableton session and OBS and everything else. That'll be a lot of stress on it, but it should be just fine. So, yeah. What's that? What's a minesweeper? What's a minesweeper? This sounds like I need to know what this is, because if it's something I need. No, this is Mr. B. This is the gas chamber. This is the gas chamber. So we only promote gas in here. Of all kinds. We can go gas, we can do gas, however you want to do it. But yeah, we promote over here. We don't, why are we making gas a negative word? You know, like, it's also usually people that don't know what they need. The majority of people that have gas, gear acquisition syndrome, don't know what they need. It looks the same. It looks the same as obsessive compulsive buying, looks the same as somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, not knowing what they need, buying the wrong thing, and needing to buy something else because that thing didn't work. So I know all about it, and I actually have a couple ideas to make this a positive thing. I think it would be cool. I've got a couple pieces of equipment that I'm not even using, that I'm ready to part with. One being the Novation KS rack. So a lot of people love this thing. A lot of people love this thing. I bought it because I got a good deal, and I've only used it a couple times. It does a lot, but you know what? Like, I have a Prophet 6 module, desktop module, and I also have a Mini Nova. So, like, the sounds that I get out of the Mini Nova are better than this, in my opinion, but there are people that think these are like the shit. I know Tube Digger's got one. He loves it. I'm just not a huge fan of it, but it's cool. The other thing you can do is you've got like multiple outputs, so you can assign because it's Mr. Bo is telling you about multi-channel, multi-timbral, the Deluge. This is also multi-timbral, but it also has dual output, so you can assign the different voices to different outputs. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I had a Dave Smith Poly Evolver, so like that had like tons of outputs, and I don't know. I know what I need and I know what I like now. So the whole point of me showing that was that why not do like a video showing if you're buying something for the first time, the whole process from making the decision on what you want to get rid of, because some people, they don't realize that you can sell what you have to buy something else. That's why I never fear buying a piece of equipment, because I know that as long as I get the piece of equipment, and these are the tips that I want to share, as long as you get the piece of equipment at a good price, that's why I always go used or open box, something. Then when you need to resell it, then you're still going to make a good, like the margins are much better. I mean, as soon as you open up a brand new synthesizer, it's $400 less. If it's, I've got a couple that were a couple grand. And the moment you open it, it's like $500 less. A Rev 2 they're about 2 grand, 2,200. As soon as you open that box, it goes down to like 1,500, 1,600. So why not just buy one for like 1,500, 1,600? Use it for a while and then find out if you like it. And if you don't, then you're still going to get your money back. Yeah, you got to pay shipping. Yeah, you might lose a little bit just from natural fluctuation. But I think it could be useful to show people the whole process of buying something and haggling with people and negotiating and stuff like that. Because I never buy stuff at what they want. That mixer back there, it's like a $3,000 or $4,000 mixer. I haggled Guitar Center of all people down to $1,600, and yeah, that's a lot of money. It is, but that's the best investment I've ever made in my entire studio because I've tried to overshoot the mark when it comes to music equipment now. Cables, all that. Like my advice, anybody, overshoot the mark. Do not buy what you think you need. Buy what is more than what you think you need. This is music equipment. This is like if you don't have good cables, you don't have good audio. And if you buy a $1,000 synthesizer and you're using $5 cables, the math doesn't add up. You got to get nice cables that go with nice equipment if you want it to sound good. And, there's a whole balanced, unbalanced, TRS, XLR, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, anyway, that would be an interesting video, I think, because I haven't really seen it. But, yeah, anyway. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, this one can. Okay, I gotcha. It could be that. I was trying to think what else I could do with it that's productive. I could still edit video. It's an i5. I mean, it's an 8th gen i5, just from last year. But I think for it to, like, edit videos is fine. But, like, the rendering, oh, my Lord. I would be insane not to use the new computer because it'll like just render it in no time. So, I don't know. You know what? It's gonna find a home, or I'll find a use for it. One or the other. So I'm not. I don't know. I've got a couple of them actually. I got another one over here. No, they're probably 12-year-old thing that I still use. So I don't know. I got this Volca station thing. I guess I could slap it onto that. Use it as a brain for that thing. That'd be kind of fun. But okay. Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing too is that you have a good, like, you're able to put money aside and, you know, just keep chipping away and researching things, and that's a really, it's really foolproof. As long as you're doing your research and you're smart about things and stuff like that, and putting a little bit of money away here and there. Yeah, people don't realize that, if you're still, raising a kid and you've got bills. I mean, I was never able to do a studio like this until recently. I mean, if anybody goes and watches my very first YouTube video, that's on the bottom of my page, you're going to see a whole bunch of Goodwill and Craigslist pieces of equipment, and that's exactly what I did. Is I showed how you can put like a studio together with very little money, and I used a bunch of just mix match crap, and I did have an MPC 1000. I ripped the screen out of it because the screen, I mean, they lay flat, so it wasn't like an MPCX where you can tilt it. And I really wanted that tilt screen. There was this tilt screen for the MPC 1000. It was like called the XLCD tilt screen. This guy was like making them out of his bedroom and selling them on eBay. But honestly, I could not even afford $40 for this thing. So I friggin' pulled it out. I took the whole MPC apart and I pulled the screen out and I built a border for it. And I I mounted it so that it was like facing me. And yeah, so later on, I think maybe like 6 months later, I was able to afford the upgrade because there was a giant screen. I mean, the screen is almost as big as the MPC. But yeah, so, well, anyway, guys, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. I'll keep working on this stuff. Hopefully, I'll have something around here. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it under there. I have no idea. But yeah, I'll be back soon. Anyway, guys, later.